talk. She will never leave you alone. She will talk. She will come and explain things. She will come and talk, and maybe she will just, do anything just to talk. I understand that.
That's right.
This is how she releasing her stress, because we're stressed. We want to do something, and we talk.
Wow.
When you are stressed, you go alone. You go.
9 years ago मैंने एक इंटरव्यू किया था सुख धालीवाल साहब का, जब वो एमपी थे, और उस वक्त उन्होंने मुझसे एक प्रॉमिस किया था, और वो क्या प्रॉमिस था?
Not working with you. I would not even say that, whether it's on the volunteer basis or I do have a contract.
Are you paying him?
I mean,
Like he's an employee or just?
I tell you right now, I don't need to disclose those things here,
No,
but
that's-
I tell
that's
you
the
right now,
question,
but it can be on a contract basis, and it's all public. You can go and look.
How easily their families get visa. Like I am a small businessman. With me, there are a lot of people, student works. Wallahi, like I'm very honest. Some of the female student, one day he wrote a letter to visa officer that I have something going wrong in me. Like I have depression of exam. I want my mother to be here. She got the visa. Very next month, she has a birthday party. Dad got the visa. I am a businessman living 21 years in this country. I'm not gonna example anybody else. Having a business, role of community, volunteer with thousands of hours with my own son. You would say that I'm mentioning my own issue. The reason why I don't want to mention anybody else.
Avneet, tell me 3 things which in your point of view or your party's point of view, Liberal hasn't done right, and if you guys would have been in power, you could have done better. What will be those 3 things?
Sure. I am going to pick really specific, concrete examples because these are things that we have put forward in the House of Commons.
और आप देख रहे हैं सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान। हमारे न्यू एपिसोड्स देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिएगा। कीप वॉचिंग सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान।
इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन। ऐ अल्लाह, हम तेरी इबादत करते हैं और तुझी से मदद चाहते हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान में खुश आमदीद। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट तारिक यानी। ख़वातीन हज़रात, कनाडा के इलेक्शंस 2021 इस वक्त ज़ोरों पे हैं। तमाम पार्टीज़ अपने अपने कार्ड्स प्ले कर रही हैं, सामने हैं, और हम अपने अपने कैंडिडेट्स को देख भी सकते हैं। मेरी हमेशा की तरह आपसे एक दफ़ा फिर ये एक रिक्वेस्ट कि आप इस इलेक्शन में हिस्सा ज़रूर लीजिए। हिस्सा मींस कि आप वोटर बनिए। आप सबको जो वोटिंग कार्ड्स आ चुके होंगे मेल से, आप उनको जो वोटिंग है उसमें हिस्सा लें। सम टाइम उस दिन आपके पास टाइम नहीं होता तो आप मिस कर लेते हैं। वोट मत मिस कीजिए। ये सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट आपकी ड्यूटी है, हम सब की ड्यूटी है कि आप अपना इस डिसीजन मेकिंग का हिस्सा बनिए। कल जो कैंडिडेट जिनसे आपने उम्मीदें रखनी हैं, जिनसे आपने पूछना है कि वो आपके इन कामों के लिए उन्होंने क्या किया, उन कैंडिडेट्स को चूज़ करने के लिए दिस इज़ अ टाइम कि आप उसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। आप डिसीजन बना सकते हैं कि कौन बेहतर है और कौन बेहतर नहीं है। हम बिल्कुल नहीं कहेंगे कि इस पार्टी को आप वोट दीजिए या इस पार्टी को। मेरी आपसे गुजारिश ये होगी कि बेस्ट चीज़ जो मैं समझता हूँ अपने लिए वो ये है कि हो सकता है पार्टीज़ के साथ आपकी एफिलिएशन हो, ज़रूर रखिए, बट गो फॉर द बेस्ट कैंडिडेट। ये बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। और दूसरी, हम हर दफ़ा जिस तरह इलेक्शन में आपसे वादा करते हैं, आपसे वादा लेते हैं एक कि आप हमसे वादा करें कि किसी एक दोस्त को आपने इलेक्शन के दिन ज़रूर कॉल करना है और पूछना है कि क्या उसने वोट दिया है या नहीं दिया। अगर नहीं दिया है, उसको हेल्प चाहिए, आप ज़रूर उसको हेल्प करें। आप हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, उसको राइट चाहिए या और कोई इशू है, आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं। बिलीव करें कि इलेक्शन के दिन हमारे कई वॉलंटियर्स बैठे होते हैं इसी काम के लिए कि अगर आपकी कॉल आती है किसी इलाके में किसी एक आदमी को राइड की ज़रूरत है, कोई प्रॉब्लम है, तो हम उसको ज़रूर अकोमोडेट करेंगे, ज़रूर कोशिश करेंगे कि मैं अपने इलाके में तो अपने आपसे वादा करता हूँ कि मैं खुद अपनी गाड़ी लेके भी निकलूँगा. सो वोट देना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जब तक कि आप खुद कैंडिडेट नहीं होते, कम से कम आप अच्छे वोटर बन सकते हैं. दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और अब आते हैं, आपने हमारे प्रोग्राम में मोहसन सैयद को देखा जो कि सरी न्यूटन से कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी की तरफ से कैंडिडेट हैं. सुख धालीवाल साहब के साथ हमारी बातचीत चलती रहती है, आपने यकीनन देखी होगी. मैं सरी न्यूटन को इसलिए टारगेट कर रहा हूँ कि यहाँ बहुत सारा एक ऐसा अपना हमारी प्रेजेंस है जो मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी की. मेन मस्जिद इस वक्त जो जामिया मस्जिद है वो भी 124 एंड 72nd पे है. सो इस इलाके में बहुत सारे लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी के जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, जो इश्यूज़ हैं, जो चीज़ें हैं, उनको आगे लाने के लिए हमें जो कैंडिडेट चूज़ करें उसको हमारे इश्यूज़ का पता ज़रूर होना चाहिए. तो बहुत एक्टिवली आप लोगों को निकलना होगा, आप लोग एक दूसरे की हेल्प कीजिए. इस राइडिंग में कम से कम अगर आपको ज़रूरत होगी तो यू कैन कॉल मी. मेरा नंबर 6047229378 सबको पता है, मगर अगर आपको नहीं पता फिर आप स्क्रीन पे भी देख सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली. मगर आज हमने जिस पर्सनैलिटी को दावत दी है अपनी कम्युनिटी, अपनी सरी न्यूटन राइडिंग से, वो हैं हमारे अवनीत जोहल, और वो कैंडिडेट हैं एनडीपी की तरफ से, न्यू डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी ऑफ कनाडा, और उनसे हमारी बातचीत होगी. मगर मैं एक चीज़ आपसे ज़रूर कह दूं कि हमने प्लान किया था कि इस जो राइडिंग है इसके जो कैंडिडेट हैं उनको हम एक डिबेट में लेके आए, सो दैट तीनों कैंडिडेट हमारे सामने हों, वी कैन आस्क देम क्वेश्चंस. जब हमने सुख धालीवाल साहब के ऑफिस से इब्तदा की, क्योंकि इज़ अ सिटिंग एमपी और वो काफ़ी बिजी होते हैं, तो उनके स्टाफ ने हमें कंफर्म किया कि नहीं, पहले हम इंटरव्यू की बात कर रहे थे एंड दे सेड कि नहीं, हम सिर्फ डिबेट में आना चाहते हैं अगर तीनों कैंडिडेट आते हैं. तो बाकी दोनों कैंडिडेट ने उस पर हाँ कर दी और उन्होंने कंफर्म कर दिया कि दे आर कमिंग. मगर बाद में सुख धालीवाल साहब के जो कैंडिडेट हैं, उनके जो ऑफिस वाले लोग हैं, उनके जो मैनेजर हैं, उन्होंने इस पे इनकार कर दिया कि वो नहीं आना चाहते. पर दिस इज़ अगेन हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म हाजिर है जी, आपकी बात हम हर वक्त सुनने के लिए तैयार हैं. आप हमारे कैंडिडेट हैं, आप हमारे इस वक्त सिटिंग एमपी हैं. आगे आप जीतते हैं, दूसरे जीतते हैं, तीसरे जीतते हैं. हमारा मकसद लोगों तक एक इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाना है जिसकी वजह से पीपल कैन मेक इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन. हम किसी को आपके ख़िलाफ़ या किसी के हक़ में नहीं करते, मगर कुछ चीज़ें कल रात को हम एक दोस्त ने उनके लिए फंक्शन किया था, उसके लिए दावत की थी. उसमें काफ़ी कैंडिडेट थे और उसमें कम्युनिटी के कुछ क्वेश्चंस थे जो हमारे सरी मस्जिद के जो BCMA चैप्टर के चेयरमैन हैं असद गोंदल साहब, उन्होंने कुछ क्वेश्चंस किए. एक क्वेश्चन मेरा भी था, हम आपको दिखाते रहेंगे साथ साथ, मगर पहले हम दावत दी है हमने अवनीत जोहल साहब को. अवनीत, सबसे पहले थैंक यू सो मच and welcome to Sohni Dharti Pakistan. This is your first time that you are with us. So welcome to Sohni Dharti Pakistan, sir.
Thank you so much, Tarek. Salam to you and everybody listening. I really appreciate the introduction, and I am so happy to have this opportunity to chat with you.
You're most welcome, Ji. Avneet is a young, energetic guy, and I think he's a very good indeed in politics, especially he's a new fresh face, and मैं जिसको वो कहता हूँ ना, नए हवा का झोंका, नई ताज़ा हवा का झोंका. So he is that. So Avneet, why you're in politics? Like, why don't you do something else? Like, why in politics? Why you came into this thing?
It's a good question, and when I have an answer, I will let you know. No,
so you don't have an answer. Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay, so it's an accident.
People always
somebody
ask,
pushed you, right?
Well, if people always ask, why are you putting yourself, through these experiences? I honestly really, really enjoy it. The campaign, yes, it is so busy. Yes, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of work, but I so enjoy going into the community, meeting new people, hearing their stories, hearing their experiences, hearing their challenges, and just listening and being able to share maybe some support or guidance. That is what most of my professional work has been, and to be able to do that in the community, I feel so honored, and I feel very lucky to be able to do that. And I will share that being in politics doesn't mean that you can't do other things. I still do lots of other stuff, whether it's in professional work, academic work and research, community work, playing sports. And so politics is obviously an important part of my life, but it is not my whole life. And I think that's important, because I think it's important for our people who are involved in politics to have other interests and to be involved and engaged in the community. And so I wouldn't say that just because somebody is in politics, it takes away from everything else.
That's right.
So I enjoy the process. I think every community that I've ever been in, everywhere where I've lived, even when I've been younger, I think I've found myself in positions where I try to serve my community as best I can. And I feel really fortunate and blessed to have some of the skills and the capacity to do that. And when I talk to people in the community, I hear people tell me that they don't have time to engage, or they're working 2 jobs and looking after their children, and they would love to be more involved with politics, but they don't have the capacity or the time to do that. And I feel very lucky that I do have the resources to do that. And so I think it's all of our obligation to participate in the process in the best way that we can. And I really appreciated in your introduction how strongly you've encouraged everybody to vote. And so if that's the way that we can participate, we should absolutely do that. And if we can take other positions, I think it's important that we all engage with the political process.
That's very right. That's very right. But Avneet, why do you think that people should vote you, not the person who is already there for so many times? I mean, he had once I think he lost, but he was there for a while. And why you think you are a better choice than people should re-elect him? Why not him?
So I'll talk a little bit, it's a fine question. I'll talk a little bit about my professional experience, a little bit about my community experience. In terms of professional experience, I have had a range of different arenas in which I've worked. We can start with the Canada Border Services Agency. I worked on the front lines of national security. After that, I worked for the Canadian Mental Health Association, which was a really important project for me personally, with some of my own connections with mental health. And so I worked there for a number of years, overseeing housing programs to support people recovering from mental illness. And we were able to expand the number of spaces we had for young people in supported independent living here in Surrey. And I could see the value of that work. Following that, for the past 7 or 8 years, I've been working at the University of British Columbia at the Vancouver campus out at UBC, and I supervise a team of undergraduate students. And I really enjoy working with and mentoring young people. And I coach young and new leaders from across Canada, from around the world, and it's such enriching work. And I'm able to see through that work the amazing, incredible potential of young people with support and guidance and good coaching. It's amazing what young people can achieve. And so right here in Surrey, I've been active with the NDP for over 15 years, supporting provincial campaigns, federal campaigns. I've run local youth leadership camps, again, to bring that support to young people. I've been in the community for a long time here in Surrey Newton. And so I feel that my professional experience plus my experience in the community, I am ready. I'm ready to serve the community of Newton. I'm ready to bring my skills here. I know that we can build a great team to work with and work for the people of Surrey Newton. And so I think for that reason, a lot of people have been giving us so much support. At times it's been almost overwhelming, the number of messages and positive messages of support. And when we're door knocking, the number of times we open the door and people say, yeah, I'm so excited you've come here. We're so excited to vote for you. I think people are seeing a little bit more hope, a little bit more excitement, a little bit more optimism. And I've been asked for a number of years, would you run? Would you run? When are you going to do it? And I've learned over the years, and this is broader than just politics, in life in general, rarely, if ever, will the timing be perfect or just right. Sometimes we just need to take that leap and put our foot forward and put ourselves forward and see where we go. And I have been so excited and humbled by all the support. And so I am ready. I think the people of Surrey Newton are ready for something better, and they're ready for a member of Parliament that understands the community, understands our young people, and is most importantly ready to go to work and not just to weddings and functions.
Wow. Avneet, in this riding, we have an MLA who's NDP MLA, and but we had only once Ginny Sims was elected as an MP, but before and after that we never had luck. What do you think? Why people does not vote NDP for an MP? Is it because they didn't have the right candidate, or there is something else?
It's an interesting question, and I think people can see that, and people have noticed that has been the case, and it's clearly true that we have an NDP MLA here in Surrey Newton, a fantastic MLA who I've been really lucky to work with for a long time. It was the MLA Harry Baines when he first came to my door a very long time ago. He knocked on the door, I opened it, we said hello, had a conversation, and that was one of the first times that I became really actively engaged with the NDP, and I've been engaged and connected with the party ever since that time. So my connection with our MLA here goes back a really long time, and I've worked on a lot of those provincial campaigns. And I think with respect to the federal level, I think that's more a question for the constituents and the voters of Surrey Newton, and I don't want to speculate as to why they might be voting one way or why they might be voting a different way. Okay. Now, I might go back to your introduction. I think the most important thing is that people are informed about the parties, and here locally, informed about the different candidates that are running and that are on the ballot. And I sincerely hope that everybody who is listening and everybody who is an eligible voter here in Surrey Newton will have a look at the candidates. Think about the issues that are most important to them. Think about the issues that are most important to our community here in Surrey Newton, and vote for the candidate and the person that they feel will best be able to serve this community. So I don't want to speak too much about elections past. I am really focused on this election now and where we can take our community into the future.
So one thing I have to ask a question, because this is very important for our Muslim community. They want us to ask question to each and every one of you. Do you have any idea what is the major issues of a Muslim community in your riding?
I will say yes and no, and I'll share a couple of pieces around that. I'll say yes from the perspective that I think the issues that affect everybody in this riding and everybody in this community, many of them are the same. I think we want opportunity for our young people. We want to support our young people. We want to see them flourish and achieve their potential. For young families, we're looking for affordable housing, and we're looking for a safe and secure place to live. And for our seniors, we want appropriate care as seniors age, and we want to care for them with dignity and with respect. And we need to ensure that seniors have access to things like medication at an appropriate cost. And so some of the key issues that I hear when I connect with the Muslim community are not necessarily different to everybody else who's in the riding of Surrey Newton, and I would say beyond that as well. Okay. Now, to the point specifically about the Muslim community, now it makes me sad to have to share that we still have to have conversations about Islamophobia, and we see that we still see the stories and in the press and elsewhere. This is a real concern, and so there are challenges and concerns that are specific to the Muslim community. But I also don't want to say that I'm here to speak on behalf of the Muslim community. I have very, very close friends of mine, and we've gone together to the mosques in recent times, also before this election campaign. And so I've been very fortunate to have people who are close to me in my life who have shared from their perspective what some of their concerns and challenges are. So I have a sense of that, but I also say no, because it's not necessarily it's not for me to talk about what the challenges and concerns are for the Muslim community. I think it's more important for me as a person and a community member, and also hopefully as a member of Parliament, to listen to and to hear the concerns. So I'm also here for that.
Okay. ख़ुवातीन हज़रात, अवनीत से बातें और भी होंगी, मगर इससे पहले कि हम आगे चलें, एक ब्रेक का टाइम है और ब्रेक के बाद बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि हमारी एक मुलाकात हुई लास्ट नाइट इनफैक्ट सुख धालीवाल साहब से, कैन हार्डी से और कुछ और कैंडिडेट्स थे, उनसे कुछ बातें, मगर उससे पहले एक छोटी सी ब्रेक। बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग डिस्कशन जो कि सुख धालीवाल साहब से ख़ास तौर पे, क्योंकि इस राइडिंग की अपनी एक इम्पॉर्टेंस है मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी के लिए, तो वो आपको दिखाएंगे मगर छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद।
I believe that vaccines should be mandatory for travel on planes and trains because that's how we'll protect our kids and get back to normal. The conservative politicians say they'd scrap our plan and won't even require their own candidates to get vaccinated. This is no time to back down from doing the right thing. Let's keep protecting our loved ones and bring our economy roaring back. That's what I'm going to do.
एंड ग्रोसरी स्टोर इनसाइड, जहाँ से आप हर तरह का पाकिस्तानी और इंडियन ग्रोसरी ले सकते हैं। इसके अलावा आप यहाँ से मनी ट्रांसफ़र भी कर सकते हैं। यूनिट 111 13049 76 Avenue, Surrey. Our phone number is 778-322-9120.
Zest Copy and Print provides copies and printing banners, signs, labels, cartridge refills, passport photos, and mailbox. Our phone number is 604-543-ZEST, 15350 Fraser Highway, Surrey, BC. Zest Copy and Print.
Making an investment mistake could affect your whole future, so it only makes sense to seek professional advice before you make a major financial decision. You want someone who understands your needs and your dreams, who is thoroughly up to speed on market conditions, regulations, current trends, who knows how to get the optimum value from selling your home. Even if you're just thinking about selling, talk to your realtor.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Qayyum, your own family realtor. For all your real estate needs, please give me a call. I'm just a phone call away. My number is 778-688-4777. Thank you.
कनाडा में लाहौर?
जी हाँ, टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर, 9526 120th स्ट्रीट, सॉरी। अगर आपने पाकिस्तानी खाने खाने हैं तो एक ही नाम, टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर। सैटरडे संडे नाश्ता, निहारी पाए और हलवा पूरी। यहाँ पे 200 लोगों की पार्टी भी कर सकते हैं और प्राइवेट मीटिंग के लिए कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल भी अवेलेबल है। बुकिंग के लिए हमारा नंबर है 604-498-6555। टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर।
मैं हूं सलमा शाह और आप देख रहे हैं सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान। हमारे न्यू एपिसोड्स देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिएगा। कीप वाचिंग सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान।
वेलकम बैक। ख़वातीन हज़रात, लास्ट नाइट जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि हमारी मीटिंग हुई, एक दोस्त हैं राहत राव साहब, उन्होंने अपने घर पे एक डिनर किया जिसमें उन्होंने पॉलिटिशियंस को बुलाया हुआ था, लिबरल पार्टी के कैंडिडेट थे यूजुअली सारे, ऑलमोस्ट सारे, और उसमें ख़ास तौर पे जो इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट है वो है हमारे BCMA के सरी चैप्टर के चेयरमैन जनाब असद गोंदल साहब ने जो क्वेश्चन किए, जो वहाँ पे बात की, दैट वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, वेरी ब्लंट, और एंड आई वुड लाइक यू टू हियर दैट कि मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी अब क्वेश्चन करती है। दिस इज़ वेरी गुड कि हमें अपने इश्यूज़ का पता है और हम चाहते हैं कि हम जहाँ सपोर्ट करते हैं वहीं हम चाहते हैं कि उनको हमारे इश्यूज़ का भी पता है या नहीं है, या वो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं। सो जस्ट लिसन टू मिस्टर असद गोंदल एंड देन मैं आपको वो भी बताऊँगा कि एक 9 साल पहले, 9 years ago, मैंने एक इंटरव्यू किया था सुख धालीवाल साहब का जब वो MP थे, और उस वक़्त उन्होंने मुझसे एक प्रॉमिस किया था, और वो क्या प्रॉमिस था वो भी आपको दिखाऊंगा, और उसके बाद आज उसका आंसर क्या है वो भी आपको दिखाऊंगा, और वो ज़रूर देखिएगा। मगर पहले असद गोंदल साहब और हमारे इकबाल चीमा साहब जो कि बुज़ुर्ग हैं, बहुत पुराने, और सियासत डेफिनेटली उनसे बेहतर हमारी कम्युनिटी में कोई नहीं जानता, उन्होंने भी कुछ अपने कंसर्न शो किए जो कि बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट और बहुत सही थे। वो भी दिखाते हैं आपको, और उसके बाद हम अवनीत से दोबारा बातचीत करेंगे.
Vote them. Muslim community, give them a confidence like a clean chit vote across the board. Across the board. That is a clap for Muslim community. Now come towards them. Don't take me wrong, they are our friends. Mr. Daliwal is more than friend. Mr. Ken Hardy is a family. I met this gentleman, the way he introduced, he is more than anything, alhamdulillah. But the thing is, when I'm representing you as a Muslim community. What is our role, where we stand? We as the voice of Muslim community, as your trust to me, I have a question from you to the liberal, that what you have done for us, what is as a national agenda in your party for us, like coming together, have a dinner, we are expert for those, mashallah. I have seen for 20 years, we've been enjoying the dinner, but unfortunately we are standing the same place. We are standing on the same place. We never move forward. So in this night, definitely they are the winning candidate. This is for sure. As Mr. Rao said that Mr. Hardy is a Bhagat. So he enrolls himself as a Bhagat. So I'm a Bhagat too. They on my left and right, they are winning candidate.
Absolutely.
Conservative may make a dent anywhere else, but not in the Surrey. Not in the Surrey, but whatever the government comes, my question, my request to liberals on my left and right, that we want to see you clearly, firmly, openly, that we support you. When we support you, we need your support as well. And that support doesn't mean that we love Muslim community. We need your action plan as a national agenda. That what in next 4 years, if the liberal able to make a government, what we gonna be doing? Now the question arises, what our problems are? Yes, we have tons of problems. We are in this country, being a South Asian, I'm sorry, I'm not bringing myself with this discrimination, that we've been discriminated. And we are in a discrimination. Like just one example, as a student visa. Like we have two nationalities on my left and right. I'm from Pakistan, my neighbor country is India. That how many students they got student visa with the liberal government? Like this.
82,000.
And how many Pakistani students?
Mine is 1,300.
There you go. Now, come to another question. How easily their families get visa? Like I am a small businessman. With me, there are a lot of people, student who works. Wallahi, like I'm very honest. Some of the female student, one day he wrote a letter to visa officer that I have something going wrong in me. I have depression of exam. I want my mother to be here. She got the visa. Very next month, she has a birthday party. Dad got the visa. I'm a businessman living 21 years in this country. I'm not gonna example anybody else. Having a business, role of community, volunteer with thousands of hours with my own son. You would say that I'm mentioning my own issue. The reason why I don't want to mention anybody else. With my own son's marriage, Mr. Daliwal wrote, send a strong endorsement letter that I confirm this family will go back. But then visa was refused. Visa was refused, and that reason was there that we are not satisfied that you will go back. So this is a discrimination. I say it's a clear discrimination. We've been discriminated with the liberal government, with our whole support from across the border, where we came out last election. We didn't see anybody. Our relatives were in conservative, we vote liberal. So I'm not going to take too much time. I'm waiting, Mr. Rao. That was my inner feeling, which I represent. This time we wanted that when the liberal make the government, they should make a clear difference so that we can be proud of them.
Yes, so आपने देखा जी कि अब ये हमारे लीडर हैं, हमारे असद गोंदल साहब, इज़ अ यंग मैन, और ये रिलीजियस जब से चेयरमैन बने हैं इस सरी चैप्टर के, इन्होंने बहुत सारा मस्जिद की जो सिचुएशन है, मस्जिद की जो हैसियत है, उसमें बहुत चेंजेस लेके आए हैं। उसको एक रियल कम्युनिटी सेंटर बनाने में असद गोंदल और इनके ग्रुप का बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा है। एंड आई रियली अप्रिशिएट हिज एफर्ट्स जो इसके लिए करते हैं कि मस्जिद सिर्फ नमाज पढ़ने के लिए नहीं है। मस्जिद का कॉन्सेप्ट हमेशा से इस्लाम में एक कंप्लीट कम्युनिटी सेंटर का कॉन्सेप्ट था, जहाँ पे हम अपने मसाइल पे, अपनी चीज़ों पे बात कर सकते हैं और उसको डिस्कस कर सकते हैं और उसको सोल्यूशन निकाल सकते हैं। सो ही इज़ डूइंग एग्जैक्टली दैट, और उनको अपने प्रॉब्लम्स का पता है, जहाँ वो सपोर्ट करते हैं वहाँ वो देखना चाहते हैं कि आगे से हमें क्या मिल रहा है। सो यू कैन डिसाइड कि जो आप देख रहे हैं उसके बेस पे आप इसको कितना सही मानते हैं, नहीं मानते हैं, आपके कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं, यू कैन राइट टू अस। हम उनको न सिर्फ उन कैंडिडेट्स के आगे रखेंगे, अपने जो कम्युनिटी के लीडर्स हैं उनके सामने भी रखेंगे। सो यू कैन राइट टू अस, और यहाँ हम बात करेंगे, मगर मैं आपको वो बात बाद में बताऊँगा। थोड़ी सी बात मैंने अवनीत से करनी है, एंड देन विल कम बैक अगेन। जो मैंने क्वेश्चन किया सुख धालीवाल से आज से 9 साल पहले, और आज जब हमने किया तो उसका क्या जवाब था, फैसला आप करेंगे। अगेन मैं उस पर कोई बात नहीं करूँगा। अवनीत, what are you guys thinking? I mean, like NDP, you guys were part of this government and coalition. Now,
Yes.
what are you expecting that if the situation stays the same, or maybe lots of people are saying, and lots of political analysts are talking that Liberal might lose some seats or some numbers. So if that happen and situation stays same, or you guys, I mean, lots of analysts are saying that NDP might gain something because of the leadership. And frankly speaking, and no political endorsement, but I like Mr. Jasmeet. He's very energetic, very active, beautiful personality, and whenever he talks, I feel like he's talking from heart, not from here. So I would like to thank him for that. So if the situation stays same or a little bit better than previous one, so would you guys go back and have coalition again with the Liberal Party?
And I appreciate the question, and everybody wants to know what's going to happen. What's going to happen after the election? And I think those are conversations or questions for after the election. Correct. I think from an NDP perspective, from my perspective, I mean, the NDP is focused on forming a government in this country. We are focused on serving the people of this country, and we are focused on fighting for people in this country. And there are all sorts of things that could happen. I think you're absolutely right to talk about some of the shifts that we're seeing in the political landscape, which are very exciting from an NDP perspective. As we see the NDP leading in the polls here in BC, we're getting so much support here in Surrey Newton and other parts of Surrey as well. And so this is all very exciting for the NDP. It's exciting for our communities. And it's wonderful to see so many people coming out and working with and supporting the party that is fighting for them and has been fighting for them throughout this coalition government. Now, in terms of what's going to happen afterwards, it's very difficult to say because we don't know what the numbers will be at the end. I think what should be most important for the voters here in Surrey Newton and in every riding across Canada, every community across Canada, is thinking about which candidate and which party aligns most with your values and aligns most with what you hope that you will find and see in your elected official and your member of parliament. That much we can control. So we're not sure what's going to happen after the election in Ottawa. And whatever happens after the election, whatever the makeup is and the permutation is in Ottawa, it is important for us here in Surrey Newton to have a member of parliament that can go to Ottawa with whatever government might be there and advocate on our behalf. People in Ottawa aren't necessarily going to be thinking, you know, I wonder what's happening in Surrey Newton today. I wonder how the community is getting along there. It is our job as a community to elect a member of parliament to go to Ottawa, to carry our voice, to advocate for us, and to bring home resources and supports for our community. So that's what I hope the people of Surrey Newton will be thinking about as they head to the ballot box and as they make their votes. Vote for the candidate and vote for the party who you think is best going to represent you. All of the other stuff, all the other ridings, the makeup of the government, very difficult for us to control that before the election.
If I ask you, Avneet, tell me three things which, in your point of view or your party's point of view, Liberal hasn't done right, and if you guys would have been in power, you could have done better. What will be those three things?
Sure. I am going to pick really specific, concrete examples because these are things that we have put forward in the House of Commons.
Okay.
And it's on the record, and everybody can go and have a look to see who voted which way. The first, let's talk about universal pharmacare.
Okay.
Canada is the only major country in the world that has a universal healthcare system, and we do not include prescription medication as a part of that universal healthcare system. And we hear this a lot in the community and on the doorstep, and this affects all of our families. When people have to go to the pharmacy to get their prescription medication, they have to pay for that, and we in Canada pay the third highest fees of any country in the world for our medication.
Okay.
The NDP says this is wrong.
Okay.
When you need prescription medication, you should be able to access that medication with your health card, not with your credit card. So we put forward a bill, we put forward a motion, and it's there on record.
Okay.
The NDP supported this. The Liberal Party and the Conservative Party did not support this. And people can look it up. Bill C-213 from early in 2021. And the Liberal Party voted against this. The Liberal Party themselves commissioned a report in 1997, 24 years ago. They have a report that says, yes, this will benefit Canadians. All sorts of other countries do it. We can do it here. So an NDP government is committed to supporting people with the cost of their medication.
Good.
The Liberal Party voted against it.
What's number
that's
two?
number one. Number two, and I'm going to use another concrete, specific example. Everybody that I know talks about how expensive their internet plans are and how expensive their cell phones are. We all talk about it. We have our dinner parties, we go to our friend's house. Oh yeah, I got this rate on my contract. You got that? Oh, did you hear about this other contract? Everybody's talking. It's because it is so expensive and everybody knows it. We all have connections in other countries where they tell us, my gosh, you pay that much for these things?
I know.
These are not things that we can choose to go without. We know, and we've seen, especially during this pandemic, access to fast, reliable internet and a cell phone to keep us connected. These are essential services.
Okay.
So the NDP have said that we would put a price cap, and so a limit to how expensive these telecom companies can offer for internet and cell phone plans, and they need to stop exploiting Canadians. They have a monopoly on the market, their profit margins are above 40%, and they are exploiting Canadians because Canadians need these services. So we said, let's put a price cap.
Okay, that's good.
We've also said we would look at, in our platform now, we will look at the whole world, take a global average, and we will say that you are not allowed to charge Canadians above this average. We put this bill into the House of Commons 2 years ago. The NDP voted in favour, the Bloc Québécois voted in favour, 0 Liberals, 0 Conservatives voted in favour. So how expensive life is getting is not an accident, it is not a coincidence. These are things that are happening because of policy decisions, and the NDP is the only party that is fighting for people and fighting to make life more affordable. So those are two. I know I've gone on for some time, so I'll share one third one very quickly if I can. We're hearing a lot about affordable housing, and I will just share that in these 6 years of this Liberal government, house prices have gone up across Canada 55%. And so if people are worried about unaffordable housing, this government has seen massive increases. It is getting worse. And this was before the pandemic. And so an NDP government is committed to ensuring that everybody in this country has a safe, secure, affordable place to live.
Okay. So do you guys have plan to how to do this, especially the third point?
We do. And so I'll talk again briefly about that. I'll talk about a couple of different pieces. One specifically about housing. The federal government can take some responsibility here. We can use federal lands for housing projects, and we are committed to building 500,000 homes across this country. And we will streamline application processes so local communities can start and complete projects sooner. We also know that there are other impacts that are affecting our housing market. And I don't need to explain this to listeners. Everybody here, especially in the Metro Vancouver area, and including right here in Surrey Newton, everybody knows what our market is like. And it is completely out of sync with people's incomes, and it is completely out of sync with other markets here. And we have to have a look at foreign investment, and we also have to look at organized crime and illegal money that is coming into the country and how that's impacting our market. So we have to take a broader approach, and we have some of that listed in our platform for people to go and have a look. And so, yes, we have to work with the market physically and directly, but we also have to look at some of the indirect aspects that are impacting the market.
Avneet,
So yes, we've got plans for it.
Avneet, people will think that because you guys are in kind of opposition or not in the government, so you have the liberty to say, you have this liberty to say whatever you want to say. But here in BC, you have a government, NDP government. They promised in last election before, and they could not fulfill that. They did not even build the half of what they promised, not even 25% with the promise. So if you guys get the government, do you think you will be able to do this?
Now, I'll say a couple of things. One, the BC NDP has been able to fulfill many of the promises that they have put forward.
I'm talking about the housing.
Sure. And if we look at housing specifically, the other thing that I was going to say is that, I'm really focused on, at this point in time, what the federal NDP is working towards. And we can absolutely put in place these plans and projects. As I was talking about, we have put forward bills and we have put forward motions. And if these issues are important to Canadians, it is critical that we send more NDP members of Parliament to Ottawa to vote in favor of the things that we need across this country. You can see across the record, the NDP is the only party that is fighting for working people. We are fighting for families, and we are fighting for communities. The Liberals and the Conservatives continuously team up to support mega corporations and the ultra-rich, and they have no concerns with the way our housing market has been going. In fact, the reason we're in this mess with our housing market is because of successive Conservative and Liberal governments. So if people want things to change, we have to vote differently and send more NDP MPs to Parliament. And I have every confidence that we could have an excellent impact on the housing market with an NDP government. We have the courage to do it and the conviction, and that's what's needed. It's not a question of resources. It's not a question of funding. It is a question of priorities.
Thank you. Avneet, thank you so very much. And we wish you good luck. And I hope we'll see a change in this riding, especially. And you guys will be, and if you go there, definitely I have confidence that you will try to do something good for the community and for the society and for the country. So
absolutely.
Wish you good luck once again, sir. You have 30 seconds at the end because I have that special video to show to our viewer, which is very important. People are definitely waiting. So you have 30 seconds at the end, sir, if you want to say something to our viewers.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'll go back to your introduction. Everybody, it is our responsibility and our duty to go out and vote. I love what you said about asking a friend and making sure that they voted too. We are ready. I am ready. We deserve and we need a member of Parliament who is ready to go to work for you, for the community of Surrey Newton, to carry your voice, to share our successes, and to showcase our stories and resilience all the way out there in Ottawa. Jagmeet Singh, Canada's NDP, and I will fight for every person and all families and all communities. We are ready. Take a look at the candidates, take a look at the platforms, and most importantly, please vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, and wish you good luck, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. ख्वातीन हज़रात, ये थे अवनीत जोहल, सरी न्यूटन से एनडीपी के कैंडिडेट और यंग एनर्जेटिक آپ خود فیصلہ کر سکتے ہیں. ہم نے آپ کے سامنے یہ 2 کینڈیڈیٹ کو لے کے آئے جو کہ محسن سید اور اونیت جوہل. ہمارے سکھ دھالیوال صاحب شاید فارغ نہیں ہیں، مگر جب فارغ ہوں گے تو ان سے بھی ہم آپ کی بات چیت کرائیں گے. مگر ایک ویڈیو جو کہ ہم نے لاسٹ نائٹ ریکارڈ کی تھی، اور وہ تھی ہمارا ایک کویشچن. میں نے 9 سال پہلے جب وہ ایم پی تھے ان کو ایک کویشچن کیا تھا کہ آپ جس رائڈنگ میں رہتے ہیں، اور یہ سکھ دھالیوال صاحب ایک ایسے کینڈیڈیٹ ہیں، ایک ایسے ہمارے ایم پی ہیں کہ جو آپ کو مسجد میں نظر آئیں گے ہر جمعے کو. اس کے علاوہ پاکستانی یا مسلمز کا جہاں بھی کوئی فنکشن ہوتا ہے آلویز ہی از دیئر. بڑے کلوز ٹائز ہیں ہماری کمیونٹی کے ساتھ, وچ وی ڈیفینیٹلی ناٹ اونلی say he's a very good communicator, he has a very good connection with our community. And but I asked him 9 years back کہ آپ کو مسلم کمیونٹی کے ایشوز کے بارے میں کیا پتہ ہے. He did not had an idea کہ کیا ایشوز ہیں. پھر میں نے ان کو پوچھا تھا کہ جو ایشوز آپ بتا رہے ہیں, جو چیزیں, تو آپ کو یہ کیسے پتہ لگتی ہیں کہ مسلم کمیونٹی کے کون کون سے ایشوز ہوتے ہیں, تو وہ آپ کو کون بتاتا ہے. تو ہی ہیز سے کہ جیسے آپ آ گئے ہیں یا اور دوست ملتے ہیں تو وہ بتا دیتے ہیں. تو ہم نے ایک ان سے ریکویسٹ کی تھی کہ آپ اپنی رائڈنگ کے جو آفس ہے اس کے اندر آپ ایک مسلم کو کیوں نہیں رکھتے کہ جو آپ کو, میں یہ نہیں کہہ رہا کہ باقی کسی ایک ہی کمیونٹی سے آپ کے سارے لوگ آتے ہیں, سب کے ہونے چاہیے, ہمیں کوئی اس پہ اعتراض نہیں ہے کہ کس کمیونٹی کے ہیں, مگر مسلم کمیونٹی اگر اتنی زیادہ تعداد میں ہے اور وہ اپنے ایم پی کے ساتھ ان کا ایک لنک ہونا چاہیے, ایک لیزون کے لیے ایک بندہ ہونا چاہیے کہ جو ان کو ایٹ لیسٹ بتاتا رہے, بتائے, اور ڈیلی بیسس پہ, اور یا جو ہماری فائلز ہوتی ہیں امیگریشن کے حوالے سے یا اور ایشوز کے حوالے سے, سو ہی اور شی کین ٹیک کیئر آف دیٹ. تو انہوں نے مجھ سے پرومس کیا تھا کہ جی میں ڈیفینیٹلی آئی ول لک انٹو دیٹ. اور اس کا میں نے کویشچن کیا تھا ان کو کہ 9 سال پہلے آپ نے پرومس کیا تھا, کیا آپ کو 9 ایئر میں کوئی شخص ملا ہے؟ تو اس کا انہوں نے کیا جواب دیا, آپ کی نظر, اور اس کے بعد ہم بریک کی طرف جائیں گے.
All the Muslim people living there, they definitely support you, and you know that. There's no question about it. But I don't know whether you remember it or not, but about 9 years back, I had an interview with you, and we asked you that whether you have anybody working with you from a Muslim community in your office, that he can tell you on daily basis about the issue of the community, and you promised that you will find one. So have you found one in 9 years?
I have someone
who's working right now?
I tell you right now, when it comes to work, I don't look at, whether, all of the, because, someone is a Hindu, Muslim, or Sikh, or a Caucasian. That is not the condition. I put it in the office, and I cannot do that because Canadian system will not allow me to do that. Right? Number one. Number two, if it comes to hiring someone, the first employee that I ever hired in Ottawa was Muslim. It's not about because she was competent, right? And she wanted to be the employee. She applied for it. And if I get the applications, if there is an opening, I don't look at the name. I don't look at the religion that they belong to. All I look at it, whether they will be able to serve my constituents in the best way. And that is what I prefer. And that is the way I keep on doing it. And if you talk to me about the issues, do I have someone? Yes, I have someone who I take the advice, who is out there in the community and coming back to me and telling me what the issues are. And in fact, I'm involved.
That's a volunteer basis, not working with you.
I would not even say that, whether it's on the volunteer basis or I do have a contract.
Are you paying him? Like he's an employee, or just?
I tell you right now, I don't need to disclose those things here, but I tell you right now, it can be on a contract basis, and it's all public. You can go and look into this if you need to. But I tell you, I'm more involved than even my employee will be. Yes. Right? I'm out there every day in the community. tell me a single function or tell me a single instance that I'm not out there in the community. I'm outreaching the community myself. I can vouch for that. Right? Yes. And I tell you that if the community can, the reason I do that is so community can directly have that access to me, and that is bit more important than my staff having and someone having an access to my staff.
जी जनाब, तो ये था जी सुख धालीवाल साहब का जवाब। मैं समझता हूँ कि ये जो उन्होंने पैसों की बात की कि उसको पैसे देते हैं नहीं देते हैं और कहाँ से देते हैं, सैलरी किस तरह से जाती है, ये सवाल अब आप लोग उनसे कर सकते हैं। हमें तो उन्होंने एक गोलमोल जवाब दिया, आप बेहतर इसका जवाब ले सकते हैं। हमारा मकसद आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन देना है, डिसीजन बनाना आप लोगों का काम है। ख्वातीन हज़रात, आपसे मिलते हैं एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद, मगर एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट गेस्ट हमारे पास होंगी जो कि लाइफ कोच हैं, जो कि कोच है लाइफ के बारे में और इन चीज़ों के बारे में। वो बताती हैं कि जो इश्यूज़ हैं उनको किस तरह से फिक्स किया जा सकता है। तो वो हमारे साथ होंगी आसमा शाहीन। जाइएगा मत, एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद।
I believe that vaccines should be mandatory for travel on planes and trains because that's how we'll protect our kids and get back to normal. The conservative politicians say they'd scrap our plan and won't even require their own candidates to get vaccinated. This is no time to back down from doing the right thing. Let's keep protecting our loved ones and bring our economy roaring back. That's what I'm going to do.
एंड ग्रोसरी स्टोर इनसाइड, जहाँ से आप हर तरह का पाकिस्तानी और इंडियन ग्रोसरी ले सकते हैं। इसके अलावा आप यहाँ से मनी ट्रांसफ़र भी कर सकते हैं। यूनिट 111 13049 76 Avenue, Surrey. Our phone number is 778-322-9120.
Zest Copy and Print provides copies and printing banners, signs, labels, cartridge refills, passport photos, and mailbox. Our phone number is 604-543-ZEST, 15350 Fraser Highway, Surrey, BC. Zest Copy and Print.
Making an investment mistake could affect your whole future, so it only makes sense to seek professional advice before you make a major financial decision. You want someone who understands your needs and your dreams, who is thoroughly up to speed on market conditions, regulations, current trends, who knows how to get the optimum value from selling your home. Even if you're just thinking about selling, talk to your realtor.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Qayyum, your own family realtor. For all your real estate needs, please give me a call. I'm just a phone call away. My number is 778-688-4777. Thank you.
कनाडा में लाहौर?
जी हाँ, टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर, 9526 120th Street, Surrey. अगर आपने पाकिस्तानी खाने खाने हैं तो एक ही नाम, टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर। सैटरडे संडे नाश्ता, निहारी पाए और हलवा पूरी। यहाँ पे 200 लोगों की पार्टी भी कर सकते हैं और प्राइवेट मीटिंग के लिए कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल भी अवेलेबल है। बुकिंग के लिए हमारा नंबर है 604-498-6555। टेस्ट ऑफ लाहौर।
मैं हूं सलमा शाह और आप देख रहे हैं सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान। हमारे न्यू एपिसोड्स देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिएगा। कीप वाचिंग सोनी धरती पाकिस्तान।
Welcome back. And now we have a very important guest here in our studio. Joining with us, Asma Shaheen. She is a life coach, life and relationship coach. We'll ask her who would need the life and relationship coach and why and what it is, in fact, what they do for us. Asma, first of all, thank you so much and welcome to Sohni Dharti, Pakistan. This is your first time here.
It's my
so
first
welcome.
time. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be with you today to discuss and talk more about coaching.
That's very good. I saw your profile and you're working with Mars and Venus life coaching system
School.
or setup.
School, yeah.
Okay, so what's that?
Well, it's
Tell us a little bit about it.
yeah, sure. It's institute, or you can say it's a school.
Okay.
If you want to be like a certified life coach or relationship life coach, you have to go to be certified from someplace.
Correct.
So I choose to go to Mars Venus. because-
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
like
It's the name
an
of
institution, right?
Institution. That's
Okay, so tell us, what is life coach?
Okay.
Like why it is different with the psychiatrist or those professionals?
Yeah.
What is life coach?
Well, life coach is who's the person. The coach is the person who's taking you from your place and take you to the place that you want to go. So
Okay.
we usually make the plan for you to make it very clear for you and go to reach the goals that you want to reach. So we help
Okay.
you during your life to reach the thing that you usually
You want to be, or you want to achieve?
You
or-
want to achieve.
Okay, so what kind of goals usually people have?
Well, it's different. Like I have so many clients. They comes asking me to reach one goal, and when we start our coaching or when we start our journey in coaching, so we feel like there's so many things deep inside. So we have to talk about, or we have to clear, or maybe some blocks there, here and there from the child that they've been like, they're having very bad child, or they're having like. Something.
So
they're
that's not
facing
what the
something.
psychiatrists and these people do?
No, it's not. It's not like this. Well,
Okay.
psychiatrists they usually give medicine to people.
Okay.
And yeah, they're following their system, like the medical system on their life.
So they basically fix them with the medicines,
Medicine.
and you guys do it emotionally or something?
We are
or?
working deeply with the clients. Like we're searching on the clarity, because most of the people, the clients that we have, they do have things inside their life, inside their head. They have like the goals, they have the things that they want to be, but they don't know where is it or how they can find it.
Okay.
So the coach is coming here to help them find the clarity that they're looking for. So
Okay.
we help people to see exactly what they want, to help them like improve the blocks.
Like for example, if someone is a student,
Yeah.
and he wants to be say a lawyer or
Yeah.
a doctor or something,
Yeah.
and so what kind of problem you think he has, other than that he could not get the admission, or he does not have proper grades, or
Yeah.
like what kind of issues? Does it have anything with his personality also?
Well,
Which
the
you
main
guys-
question, Tariq, is you have to ask them, is this exactly the real thing that you're looking for? Is
Okay.
it exactly your career that you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
So when we go to the career,
Mhm.
we have to see if is it really the thing that you want to continue your life doing this? You want to
Mhm.
be a doctor?
Okay.
So here is the coach doing his job,
Mhm.
finding what he is exactly, finding the clarity. So
Okay.
we dig inside. We have like this forms. We have like this smart questions that we ask to find the
Okay.
thing that you're looking for. So it's the clarity. All the things is inside. We bring it up here so they can see very clear. Oh my God, is this what I'm looking for? Is this exactly what I want to be?
Okay.
So we bring them the clarity so they can see.
So you tell them whether this profession or this thing what you're trying to achieve,
Yeah,
maybe it's not good for you, or no, maybe it's not for you,
exactly.
and there is something else. If you try, they can achieve that.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is what. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially for the career part.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
if really they want to do the doctor,
Mhm.
say they want to go to medicine. The medicine, they want to study the medicine.
Okay.
Well, sometimes there is very, very serious questions and smart questions we have to ask to see if exactly this is what they want.
Mhm.
And 80% we find that they don't want this. After the
Oh my
coaching
God.
process, like
Okay.
80% of the clients, they came to me on one specific thing.
Mhm.
And then after the coaching and after the plan that we do, and we go dig little bit inside,
Mhm.
they find totally different things.
That this was not probably for them.
This is not the thing that I'm coming here for. So they discover themselves. Like after each session, I ask my client, what did you discover today about yourself? And always we have like very, very, very surprising answers.
I can safely say that you guys work on their attitude also? Or
of course.
That makes a big, huge difference in somebody's life.
Like for example, I do have one client, she's really, really like a nervous person.
Okay.
She's always nervous. She's always in a hurry. She's always want to do things very fast. So I teach her how to get rid of this like negative attitude and replace it with a positive attitude by step. So in coaching, we always go baby steps. We never go so fast. Because if we go so fast, we always fall so fast. So we always go like baby steps with the clients. It's going to take like a long time, I know, and like the change can't happen like this. It has to take the time because you want to train yourself how to deal with the new personality that you have.
Very right.
Yeah. So yeah, it takes time. Sometimes it takes time.
So usually when people decide for their career, so do you think they decide it because of the peer pressure or
community pressure?
Sometime just because someone they like is doing something and they want to be like that too, or but it is not basically fit for their personality. So this is what usually is?
Well, sometimes it's not like this. Sometimes, as you said, as you mentioned,
they miscalculate.
Maybe, yes. We don't know actually. We have to see how people go or why they choose this career or why they want to choose this path. So it depends. It depends. And also we're working so many with relationships.
So I'll be coming towards the relationship coaching because that's very important or a huge part. Yeah, you're right, because here I think so many people are afraid of the maybe the responsibilities or something and commitment. They don't want to get involved into a relationship. So what kind of issues you see most of the time? Like what is the mainly issue in couples?
Well, the main thing that I always face on my coaching with the clients that is they don't know the difference between men and women in relationship. Like for example, I'm as a woman, I react with so many things totally different than the man. And then the man, when they see my reaction, they don't understand it. They don't understand why I'm doing this. So here, and same thing also the men, and the women also, when they act something like the men, they don't understand why we're doing this. But in real life or in Mars Venus perspection, that they gonna say we're working on gender intelligence, the difference between women and men. So in coaching, we teach women how to deal with men in the right way, on their way of thinking. Like I teach the ladies and I teach the women how they deal with men in their way of thinking. Especially in our fast life, we are all stressed. Always, we are always stressed. You know, like the community, the work, the kids and the school and the working wife and the husband is working also. All these things makes us so stressed. And we as genders, different genders, we manage the stress differently. And when we manage the stress differently, we collide. We always have problems. Because when I'm stressed, I always want to talk. I always want to do something as a woman.
Very right. Yeah. This is absolutely normal.
Yeah, exactly. And when you are stressed as a man,
I want to be quiet.
You want to be quiet.
Yes.
And I don't understand this. and you don't understand why I'm talking. I'm stressed, leave me alone. I can't leave you alone. I want to
Yes.
talk. Okay.
Wow.
So when women understand that
Mhm.
we're totally different than the
Mhm.
men,
Mhm.
especially when we are stressed, and when you understand this thing, so life will come so easy, so easy.
Like now you know why somebody is quiet or somebody is talking or somebody wants to be loud and do
Exactly.
something. and-
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So
now
this
you
is
understand
expression, in
when
fact.
your wife is
Mhm.
she's mad, she has to talk. She will never leave you alone. She will talk. She will talk. She will come and explain things. She will come and talk, and maybe she will just do anything just to talk. I understand that.
That's right.
This is how she releasing her stress, because we're stressed. We want to do something, and we talk.
Wow.
When you are stressed, you go alone. You go to your cave.
Is there a way that when somebody is stressed, she starts singing?
Okay, I'm gonna add this lesson to my coaching classes.
Exactly. No, I think our women, especially, honestly, when I look at my wife and my so many other friends' wives, I think women's are superhuman beings. Trust me, they do a lot of work and a lot of responsibilities than men. Like we definitely take care of the. Sometimes we say this is the hardest part because we have to earn, we have to go out and
Of course,
do
yeah.
so many things which usually women are not willing to do or
Yeah.
should not be doing it. So, but when I look at supposing my wife is a working woman, and when she come back from morning till night, she is doing something. And I usually go, and I'm a typical man.
You sit on
I'll
the
go,
couch.
I'll sit on the couch, turn on the TV, and
Yeah.
watch my. So this
She
is
has
really.
to cook, she has to clean, she has to take care of the kids, she has to do a lot of things. Also,
Wow.
she was working during the day.
I know,
So
and
when
I
she
really.
when she comes to you like talking, and
Yes.
you just need to listen. Tell her I'm here for you, and just listen. Just listen.
Trust me, I'm the best listener, and she will tell you too. And I really salute you guys, especially our women's, and I recognize that you guys are doing great, lot of work, and I really salute you guys. So usually people say that the most difficult thing to work is if you're working with the husband-wife's problems, and they're close to separation or
Yeah.
divorce or something. So when you guys sit, how long usually it takes? Because it seems like it's gonna take too long. It's not gonna finish in one session or two sessions. So do people have that much time to sit, or is this a challenge?
Well, it depends on the people. If they really want to fix it,
Mhm.
they have to have a time.
Mhm.
They have to have. It's a commitment thing.
It's a commitment.
First, you have to commit to yourself.
Mhm.
Number one, because I know we are always have this idea in our mind that we
Mhm.
can do it alone. We don't need any help.
Yes.
As usual, we don't need any help. I can do it. I'm smart enough. It doesn't. It's not related to the smart or not smart. It's related to the. You have to admit that you need help.
Mhm.
On some point, you need
Mhm.
help, and it's not. It's something very good to admit to
Mhm.
yourself first
Mhm.
that you need help. So minimum of coaching, you have to be like in a program or in plan for 3 months.
Mhm.
This is the minimum.
Wow.
Less than that,
Mhm.
well, I know there is other schools maybe or other coaches they can take it for like packages
Less
or
than that.
something
Mhm.
like this.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
feel that it will do the right work,
Mhm.
because as I told you,
Mhm.
we are working baby steps. I don't want to go so fast, because
Very
if I
good.
go so fast, I'm gonna fall so fast.
Very
So
good.
it's going to be so hard on me.
Mhm.
So that's why minimum 3 months of commitment between me and the client.
Client, okay. Lastly, because of the time restraint, we always have a problem. what do you think our family system, is it a help? Is it a good thing, or right now, or in this environment and this society, is it part of a problem, or is it part of a solution if we have a complete family system where we living together in a family, parents, brothers, sisters? How you see that in relationship?
Well, I believe that it's the family rules, like the system that the family they have. Well, if the wife and the husband, they do have this good relationship, they're gonna have this system with their life. They're gonna have their system with their families.
Correct.
Also. Because if there is something here missing on the husband and wife relationship, or maybe the couple's relationship, of course there is going to be something with their kids, with their family, with the
Very
system
good.
that they have.
Very
So the main thing here is the main people, which is the husband and wife.
Very
We
good.
have to look on their relationship and see if they're strong enough, if they're understanding each other, supporting each other, not only on words. There's
Very
so
right.
many actions they have to do to each other to have this commitment.
At the end, if I ask you to, for our viewers, if they would like to work on their attitude, especially because that plays a huge role in our life, and if I say, okay, recommend 3 things in their life, what they should be doing and what they should not be doing, supposedly. So what will you recommend them?
First of all, I want to say that if there is like an attitude and you know that this is something you don't like, or something you know it's wrong, or something missing in your in your personality, so you have to admit first. You have to admit that you have this, and you have to fix it. So this is solution number 1. Admit. Second thing, that you have to replace all the things that you see it's a negative thing. You have to replace it with the positive things. Third thing, hire a coach.
Very right.
You have to hire me.
Hire Asma Shaheen. So that is Khawatina's Raat. आज के प्रोग्राम के लिए इतना ही, मगर मैं एंड पे ये अपनी ज़बान में भी ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि एटीट्यूड हमारी ज़िंदगियों में बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है, और एटीट्यूड को फिक्स करने के लिए जो चीज़ें हैं, आसमा ने भी वही कही कि आप अपने एटीट्यूड पे फ़र्क कर सकते हैं, आप उसको फिक्स कर सकते हैं। आप अच्छे दोस्तों के लिए साथ बैठिए। आपके जो दोस्त हैं वो डिटरमिन करते हैं कि आप किस तरह की कंपनी के साथ हैं, तो उसका फ़र्क पड़ता है आपकी ज़िंदगियों पे। आप किस तरह की चीज़ें वॉच करते हैं टेलीविज़न पे, यूट्यूब पे, अदरवाइज दैट डिटरमिन ऑल्सो कि आप पॉजिटिव और अच्छी चीज़ें देखते हैं या नेगेटिविटी की तरफ जाते हैं। इसी तरह आप सुनते क्या हैं वो भी बहुत फ़र्क डालता है। आप अपने एटीट्यूड को फिक्स कर लें। दुनिया में 90% लोग नेगेटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ रहते हैं, और आपने देखा कि वो एवरेज या फेलियर लाइफ गुजारते हैं। ओनली 10% लोग जो पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ हैं, दे आर सक्सेसफुल इन देयर लाइफ। सो ट्राई टू बी सक्सेसफुल रादर देन अ फेलियर। सो योर एटीट्यूड प्लेज अ ह्यूज रोल इन दैट। आज के लिए इतना ही। ख्वातिन आपसे मुलाकात होगी अगले संडे को। तब तक के लिए खुदा हाफिज। Thank you so much, Asma, once again. And we leave now. And this is end of our show. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having me.